Hello, welcome to our session on moving beyond projection, elevate student engagement through interactive tech. Please join via the bit.ly or the QR code to follow along. My name is Catherine Bailey, and I'm excited to get us started on our journey to make the most out of interactive technology in our classrooms. Your interactive panel is more than just a projector. It's a gateway to a more engaging and interactive learning environment. Today, let's dive into how we can use it more effectively. But first, I have a quick question. How many of you currently use interactive panels in your classroom, and how do you use them? Too often, I have seen educators using their panel as a glorified projector, which is a great start, but they are used and meant for so much more. Our goals today are to learn about the SAMR model, hopefully interact with the panel, explore examples of SAMR in action, and modify one of your lessons to use what you've learned. By the end of this session, you'll be ready to take your teaching to the next level with interactive technology. As leaders, it's crucial to use technology to increase equity and inclusion. The ISTE standards for leaders emphasize being an equity and citizenship advocate, a visionary planner, and an empowering leader. Let's think about how we can embody these roles in our use of interactive panels. Similarly, the ISTE standards for educators highlight the importance of designing authentic learning activities, collaborating with students, and managing technology effectively. Our goal is to create an environment where technology enhances learning. Let's see how the SAMR model fits into this. Please take time to watch this brief video introducing the SAMR model. Now, what is SAMR? It's always interesting to see what educators come up with for these 4 letters. It is a framework for classroom technology integration across disciplines in order to personalize learning and help students visualize complex concepts. It stands for substitution, augmentation, modification, and redefinition. As we go throughout today's presentation, I am using this example comparing SAMR to different coffee drinks. So I want you to think about coffee, a latte, a caramel macchiato, and a pumpkin spice. First up, we have substitution. For traditional methods with no significant change. For example, students might type instead of handwriting, or we might use online quizzes instead of paper ones. It is a starting point, but there is so much more we can do. On the left, you see some traditional examples, but on the right, you see using substitution with your panel. Please take time to click through these 2 examples where students are using the whiteboard for spelling and then a number of the day example. And I will say most panels have a pen that comes with them. Of course, those pens break or get lost. So I want to tell you what we have learned. A lot of us have started using kebab sticks or chopsticks as substitutes for a pen, and the students think that's a lot of fun. Next, we have augmentation, where technology is a tool replacement, but it also improves the student experience. Think of presentations with online tools, research using the internet, and interactive rubrics. These additions improve the student experience and make learning more engaging. With the panel, you can use an enhanced whiteboard, annotation. I have 2 examples here again, kindergartners doing music, and then a solar system drag and drop. Using digital polls, interactive bookmarks, and enhanced whiteboards can make lessons more interactive. This is a fun activity where you can lock your screen and have students come up and label as many states as they can. It can be a competition. Most panels allow for up to 20 points of touch at one time. While that might get crowded, you could have students race and go up to the panel and compete, or a couple of people at a time to label what they know. Next up is modification, which allows for significant task redesign, changing the learning outcome. This includes student podcasts, video presentations, and multimedia creation tools. Online collaboration and flipped classrooms are great examples of this stage. Again, a panel example I have is a Canva KWL collaboration. If you click on this activity, it will take you to a forced copy of this activity. It's another drag and drop where there's some reading. And yet another where elementary students listen to these beginning sounds, and at the bottom, they will choose the letter that matches, and they'll drag it. Students love interacting with the panels and getting up and showing what they know. And then here is a Google Earth activity for upper students. The last piece is redefinition, which involves technology that allows for new tasks previously inconceivable. This could be global collaboration, publishing student work, or multimodal productions. These activities not only engage students, but also prepare them for a tech-driven world. Examples include using social media for learning, creating e-portfolios and presentations with embedded videos and live streaming. Whole class global collaborations via Google Meet can connect your students with peers around the world. In this activity, students listen to a story, and then the questions are read to them, and they drag and drop the check mark to the correct response. Here are different pictures of students using their interactive boards, whether they are annotating, drawing, working with each other. Here's a presentation, a Google Meet, where students are interacting with another classroom. Next, we have more images of students. These are some older students interacting. This is a virtual field trip that students were able to go on, a teacher doing an interactive pear deck. So think about what you've watched so far. How can you modify or redefine your current use of technology in the classroom? The next few slides are examples to challenge your thinking. We are taking an original assignment, such as creating a presentation, and moving through the SAMR model. So for example, for substitution, you can use Google Slides or Canva to create a digital presentation. For augmentation, you can include video clips and hyperlinks in that presentation. For modification, using the slides as a visual, record a video presentation with audio. For redefinition, share that recorded video presentation via Google Meet and participate in an online discussion. So as you click through the next few slides, you have more examples to hopefully get you thinking about an activity that you have that you can turn into a SAMR activity. As you do that, ask yourself these questions and remember that you don't always have to redefine your students' learning. You can simply stop with the S for substitution, just to try to bump up that lesson and get students interacting. Take some time to turn one of your original assessments into a SAMR lesson. Thank you so much for participating. If you have questions or ideas you'd like to discuss, please feel free to reach out. At the end of the presentation, there will be an exit ticket to provide feedback. Again, my name is Catherine Bailey. You can contact me here. And I do have a few resources for you if you want to learn more. There are specifics for new line panels and Promethean boards. And again, I thank you so much for participating with me in today's session. I hope you have a great summer.